Oh, hey everyone. There will be no editing to this, by the way. This is a set review. This is a cursed set. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm already hitting my mic. Cursed set review. Um Disclaimer at the top of this. We're covering Alcaba, I believe 5 labors or something. If you're in the server, you can go look at the announcements. But this is the 5th Alcaba set. I believe it's a prequel to the other two, but I'm not an expert on the lore or anything. Um, I read a little bit of that document that Zengi posted in general. It's pretty cool, pretty freaking awesome. Most of the time, these sets are very well done. Zengi's a very good creator, has multiple sets already in the format, but I'm going to be giving my honest, unfiltered opinions. Disclaimer, I am not qualified to give my honest, unfiltered opinions. This is mostly for fun and so that people can look at and get excited about the sets. And this is not for you to look at me, someone who has no sets in this format, and assume that I know what I'm talking about. By the way, just so that we're clear, my feedback generally leans more towards the scared, cautious, conservative, not conservative. I would never do conservative commentary. That'd be ridiculous. But what the fuck is wrong with me? Anyways, I'm gonna be a little scared. I'm gonna look at cards and be like, "Ooh, that's probably very powerful," and then it'll be printed and what you won't see any play. But I'm a little scaredy cat, I guess. I'm a little kitty cat. I sleep in a big pile with all my brothers and sisters. Anyways, I hope y'all are ready for that. That's the entire vibe of this video, just so you know. And no, it will not be edited. No bits will be being cut. Starting off first, we're going to go in order. I've looked at the white cards already. I did that at work earlier today. But there's no way I was going to be able to focus enough if I didn't turn on my OBS and start recording this. So, Sky-Crested Rock. This card is cool. It enters, and you flicker two things. One of your things, one of your opponents, but it's a delayed flicker. So you can, pay one and recast them. Now, this does have flash. I'm a little scared about this, I'm not going to lie. You flash this in at end step, remove a blocker, then get, additional value for, your own thing, or just, flicker some random-ass, token or whatever. Remove a blocker, swing in for 4, or get some other value or something. This could end games, but I don't think it's that bad. But it is a lot of value, and it's a lot of stats, and it's evasive, so I could see it being good. Now, let's talk about stories and shifting sand. I think this card's interesting. We do have 1 0-mana creature in the format currently. We have Silent Wanderer, and that can be very good with this card, especially if you get, something like Jack, or something where it's you pay 1, you get a 2-drop, and then a bunch of 1/1s, and then swing in. And Retin-A. We need to talk about Retin-A, because this is the first time it shows up, technically. We'll talk about it more when we see a card with it. I do like Retin-A. I think it's cool. However, I think the wording is a little bit vague. We can look at General of Phantasms real quick. Create a listed red army tokens. They attack and block together with this if able. I don't know whether that means if something is swinging at you, if they block with it, does that mean they have to all block together? There's probably an objective answer to this, but I can't help but think of the reminder text for banding when I see this. So I don't know if they have to block all the same creature or if they just have to block at the same time. That could be a me issue, but it is genuinely unclear how that works, at least to me. And I think people who have less Magic the Gathering knowledge might also find it a little confusing, but that's not really what the community here is. But I think there needs to be a little bit of clarification or a change in the reminder text a little bit to be a little more clear about what attacking and blocking with means. But anyways, I like this mechanic. It does really feel it feels like a fixed version of banding, and it's really cool because you feel like you have you're commanding these big armies and stuff like that. And so I really do like Retin-A. whatever. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I don't care. But back to stories in Shifting Sands. This card's cool. I fuck with this card heavy. You just get like a bunch of shit back from your graveyard. Complete like reversal of the game. Although being in a retinue means like they do have to sort of behave in a certain way together. This is like an exciting card I want to build around. This is not necessarily a card that I'm like, oh, it's going to break the format. It could. I could see it maybe doing something. But I don't think it's it's obvious. It's not like an obviously broken card. Anyways, Blanched Warden, this card's cool. I'm going to skim more over the commons, uncommons, stop if I see something that maybe looks scary. This card feels a bit more like a Silver Bullet. I know a lot of God forbid I speak words. MSCM doesn't really like a lot of these hate bears that are very specific silver bullets that entirely shut down things. I think Blanched Warden is that. I think this card very much reads to me, I'm sick and fucking tired of dealing with Phoenix and like other graveyard decks, and so this just sort of turns them off. Because losing all types is huge, because now you can't do reanimation. You can basically only do regrowths. And so I think this card is very strong, but I think generally not what MSCM tends to lead towards. But I could be wrong. I definitely play this in white decks. It does feel like it feels like a very strong sideboard card if it does get put into the system. Choir of Steadfast Hearts. This one's cool. I do like this card, but it's a 6-drop. You get a lot of power, but it's not beating out other reanimation stuff. It seems like a very good limited card, though. Deliverance. I've actually played with Deliverance. It wasn't called Deliverance, but there is a card that I played with in-field testing that was like this. This card, I fear, definitely in-field test, homogenized sideboards. Because this is just like a very easy answer all for a lot of decks. You just sort of throw it in there, and yeah, you're gonna lose tempo, but you remove the biggest thing that's like probably either stopping you from comboing, stopping you from that, or whatever, and it's a 2-mana instant. And so there's not a ton of white decks who at least wouldn't consider running this card in their sideboard. I don't know. I feel like if you're just, a lot of decks already run disenchant style effects. Usually they want to run them for like 1 mana, but this hits creatures, this hits planeswalkers, this hits everything that you're worried about. It exiles it too. I'm just like I've played with this card. It's very good. It is very good. And in my opinion, it over homogenizes sideboards. At least that's how I felt when I played it in field test. All right. Grove of the Shendrol. I looked at this card. This card's a little weird. I like it though. Yeah, it's like a weird flicker payoff. I don't know if it sees any play, but it's cool. This card stood out to me because you're paying 1 mana for a tapped 2/2, which is good. Or if you happen to meet the conditions, you get to put a counter on everything, which is also very strong. This card feels very strong, but it's a 1 mana sorcery that's a rare, and so I feel like it's appropriate, but I mean, having 4 more creatures is hard, and then the payoff is putting a counter on everything. Honestly, I think it's fine. It's cool. I like it. It can be like in a more like up-tempo or aggro white deck. It could be very cool. Savage Footman. Oh, we got to talk about collect backing. I feel mixed on collect backing. Yeah, it's like, I think it's a fine mechanic. I think, well, I don't know. I think the main problem here is that you're oftentimes either losing tempo or fulfilling the thing pretty easily. I really don't like the repeatable collect backing stuff because it does often ask you to like dirtle a little bit. I do collect backing as like a one-time cost, especially if you end up like tapping your creatures, like you run out of fuel in your graveyard. Just tapping yourself down every turn to accrue more value feels like it could be like not a super fun play loop, but I do like that you can delve, like basically it kind of works a little bit like delve, where you exile stuff from your graveyard. Although it's just odd. I don't know. It's just odd. It's a weird mechanic. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I feel very neutral on it. I do get what it's trying to go for. Hold on. Let me mute up real quick. Chat. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had my evil twink boyfriend call me. I'm kidding. I don't have an evil twink boyfriend. If only. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, this card's not particularly a problem, I don't think. I just feel very meh on collect backing. Like, I feel like there's also, like, other effects. Hold on, I'm trying to remember what the other... Because it's collect backing, it's retin-A, and then it's... I'm trying to remember the other mechanic. There is another mechanic. Well, I'm sure we'll cover it when we get to it. It's just it's an interesting mechanic. It makes you play the game in a different way, which I guess makes it good. But I don't know. Not super excited by it. It doesn't make me jump up and down and do a little dance the way the retin-A makes me do a little dance and be excited about it. But, you know, not every mechanic can be an absolute total fucking banger. Unbidden Mantle pisses me off because I'm an evil, biased person who doesn't want my little Scrimblow pet cards to be replaced. And this just feels like a power crept version of one of my cards that sees play. Search your library for a legendary card. Exile it, then shuffle. If its mana value is less than the number of legendary non-land permanents you control, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Otherwise, put it into your hand. So not only is this like white card getting you lands, because there are legendary lands in the format, not only is this card free casting any legendary permanents, but it can also just be a normal tutor if you need it to be. Absolutely freaking not. This is Assemble the Party on fucking crack and steroids and cocaine. In my opinion. Like, it's not... I understand that there is some benefit to only being able to counter Assemble the Party and not being able to counter the creature, but also, this allows you to get a lot more shit. This allows you to get a bigger creature for next turn. It also... I don't know. It's also one pipped. It always is going to cost you one white. You're always going to curve out on it. And it's just more versatile and gets non-creatures. It gets non-creature permanents. So you can get like an equipment or an enchantment or, like I said before, a land. This card should be maybe 3 mana. I don't think it should creep out the already existing like sorcery for the Legends deck, and also be wildly more versatile and get non-creatures. Assemble the Party is already good. Is already very good. This is stronger because you get benefits for playing like legendary enchantments and artifacts and stuff like that. And so this can also just go in random like combo decks if you need like a 1, 2, or 3 mana like artifact or enchantment to like win the game. Like this card, no, this card should not exist as it is, in my humble opinion. But also, I'm heavily biased because the only card that really sees any regular play that I've made is Assemble the Party. And this creeps Assemble the Party and is just a better version of that card. Not like better in terms of quality. I still like Assemble the Party, but this card seems ridiculously and comically pushed to me. You put this in the Legends deck. This is like Jack copy number 5 through 8. And I know Jack just got hit by a nerf, so maybe that's not that bad, but it's 4 more copies of the best legend in your deck most of the time. Like if you built your deck correctly. And so it's fucked up. This card's fucked up. In a way that like Assemble the Party makes you be in white and green, whereas this only makes you be in white. And you know, I don't know. This card annoys me, probably for a variety of reasons, but it strikes me as a ridiculously overtuned card. And so I'm gonna move on because I have feelings about that card. Binding of Haddock, this is fine. I'm gonna skim over the uncommons more than anything. Makes a lot of tokens. This could be good. There's a deck. This shit scared the fuck out of me. You flash in a 3/2 that just makes a truly ridiculous amount of tokens. At the beginning of each end step, create a number of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens equal to the number of... This is also a creature with flash with an end step trigger, so you have to be like, yeah, on the end of your second main phase, which I always find awkward and a little bit annoying. But you create a number of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens equal to the number of cards you looked at while scrying this turn. And so if you have like a thing where you scry 2 super common, or you have like an engine where you're scrying every once in a while, or you have, you know, this can just make a truly absurd amount of tokens. And so it's a 3-drop, which means it's probably safe. But I could see something like a Mabel deck really liking this. Although what I will say that is annoying about this is it also has flash and has an end step trigger, but it also means all of your instants, especially if you ever have stuff that you might want to like cantrips that scry, for example, right? You're gonna have this card. You're gonna have to do all of your casting at second main instead of end step, if you're a control deck, and oftentimes that's worse. Or you're not even your control deck. You're just an instant speed or tempo deck. And so I don't know. This card's a little weird. I do like that it stops it from going infinite by being an end step trigger, but it's also just like you can make a ridiculous amount of, just an absurd amount of tokens with this, I think. Hey guys, what if Prismatic Ending was... Okay, this is not Prismatic Ending. This could be good. I think it's a little too... Like, collect backing X is a bit too much of a hoop to actually jump through. But it is a low-cost instant speed. Hits everything. And so it could be good in the right deck. It just needs to be a very specific deck, which is good. I like that. Cool design. Kisses on forehead. Yeah, this one's fine. 4-drop. Combat trick. It does do stuff with Retin-A. I don't think it'll be constructed playable. Creatures that share a name with each other have Ward 1. So, okay, right. So fleeting is the other mechanic. How could I forget fleeting? Or Figment, sorry. And this is what Figment does. At the beginning of combat, you may tap other creatures you control with power 3 to create a token copy of this with haste. It is another tapping mechanic, which is a criticism I've heard about collect backing, where Figment, I love Figment. Figment is such a cool mechanic. But it is also sharing the same space with like collect backing, which requires you to tap your permanents. But Figment is like, you make a token copy of it with haste, you sacrifice it at the end of turn. The thing is that with this card, in my mind, this is saying, hey, don't you want to build a Figment deck? Now, I also understand it can be like retinate tokens, because it's just your armies get Ward 1 with this, I believe. I think that's how that works. But Figment with Ward doesn't really work, especially with something like this. Because creatures you control that share the same name have Ward 1. You attack with a creature with Figment. Your opponent can just respond before the token is made, and then blow it up, and then they don't get Ward. And so, I don't know. This card seems weird. I think it's probably just for the tokens. I don't know if there's any... I don't think there's any Figment in white that I remember. But, you know. And then you attack with 2 more creatures that share a name, draw a card. It's a repeatable card draw outlet, but that is a significant hoop. Alright. Satrap of Empty Halls. Yeah, this one's 5. It's a 5-drop. Yup. Yup, that's fine. Oh, 3 mana, 3 tokens. It's always good. This one seems like a limited killer. There's all of these Satrapy all of these Satrapy cycling cards that are like uncommon in this set. I've only seen 2 so far, but they're very, 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 very good in my opinion. But just like limited cards, I don't see them seeing play in constructed unless there's like a very specific. We can look at the blue one while we're at it. I think this one's better than the Quiet Pool. Oh wait, no, this one's removal too. Yeah, never mind. This one is better because this is like, yeah, this just does so much in so many stages of the game. Anyways, I don't know if it's Chef's Kiss or I don't know how I feel. I would certainly pack one, pick one this like all the time in draft. There are some very good rares that I'd probably pick over it, obviously, but this is like, this cycle of commons or uncommons is definitely very, very much like, I'm going to pick you over a lot of rares. Solely Skyguard, this is a collect backing 1. Collect backing 1 at that point, the color of it all is basically just like, this is like weird saddle or whatever the hell, or like crew basically. But it's a 1 mana 2/3 flyer, and so that's cool. And it's really not that hard to get collect backing 1 every turn. You just have to like cast a spell, like an instant or sorcery, or like a creature. Even a creature, yeah, you just have to cast a spell every turn, and it'll be fine. You may have to tap itself if you play it turn 1, but besides that, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I mean, this is cool, actually. This card is crazy because we have an enchantment that does this exact effect for the same cost. But this has Ward and is a 3/1, and you can trade favorably in combat. And so, I don't know. I don't like this. I don't think it needs Ward 1. Ward 1 is already... This is already really, really good without Ward 1. And so, I understand it's like to stop the... collect the backing, but I don't know. We didn't need this to be a really good creature too. This one, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. That's cool. You get a guy and it's kind of like not Banishing Priest, but gives you a lot of the same tempo for it. I guess is like you get a body and you exile something. It's fine. Okay, we're in the commons now. We're going to go through these a lot more quickly. This is fine. Yeah, this one's interesting. 2 bodies for 1 mana is cool, but, I think it's probably fine. Fine. Yeah, I mean, maybe it sees some play, but it's fine. This is fine. Whenever you scry, put a 1/1 counter This is not really something you usually see at Common, because it makes me think of like a Johnny's Pride Mate, which is still holy shit. 25 minutes. All right, we gotta pick up the pace. This was crazy. This is cool. It's cool, but it's strong common. Fine. Everything here is chill. The rest of the white. Now we move on to blue. Hey, who likes blue? I like blue. Who else is a bluey fan? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is cursed, real cursed if you didn't know. General of Phantasms. Oh. Retina, you get a bunch of dweebs, dorks, and dinguses. 0-2s. General has hexproof and can be blocked as you control an army. Now, to be fair, when this enters, you make fucking 4 of them, and this has flash. So, hey, opponent, I know you want to win the game, and you have like 17 blockers and removal in your hand, and you shouldn't, even though you're at 5 life, you should be doing good. But you dumbass, at your end step, I have 5 mana open, I cast this thing, you're not playing blue, so you can't counter it, and then I swing unblockable for 5 damage. And you can't interact with it unless you have a board wipe. This having flash and hexproof and unblockable, and you can't interact with it like when it enters, you have to counter it. It's fucking ridiculous. And plus you have to get rid of 4 fucking 0-2s. Like, I understand they all have to attack with General of Phantasms, but I can also just have a 1/1 changeling. Like, I don't know. This is not that difficult. I can have fucking polyp pools. I can have polyp pools, and you can't do anything about this 5/4. It's completely evasive, completely untouchable. You have to board wipe or, do edict type shit. But, you do an edict? Guess what? I have 4 0-2s. This card's ridiculous. This card is insanely overpowered. Like, it's a 5-drop. I understand that. Like, 5-drops are usually not playable in MSCM. But if you just slap this in a fucking control deck, you just profit. You just win. You get a random fuck ton amount of bodies. If you're like in 2-color control, you just play polyp pools, and boom. I think polyp pools is still legal. I'm not insane, am I? Hold on. Now I gotta look something up. Polyp pools is legal. Polyp pools. Tell me. You're legal? Yeah, still legal. Okay. Yeah, this card is still very much legal. You can just play that, and then, your opponent just... I guess I have hexproof and unblockable. It should probably be an army token. Whatever. If you control an army token. But anyways, this one people have liked. I don't really think I get it. Enter. You control another creature. Exile that creature. When you control no other creatures, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Alright, so this is like weird flicker shit. I like this. This is cool. This is cute. You can fetch it off of the fucking... The fucking Unbidden Mantle. Yeah. If you really need it. As long as you control exactly one creature, that creature gets +1/+1 and has board too. Yeah, I mean, this card's cute. This card's strong. You get a 4/4, or you get to take an extra turn if certain conditions are met. But very much a fucking win more card. Because if you have 7 cards in your hand, you're probably already winning and don't need to take that extra turn, especially if you're playing a 4-drop. But I guess it's cool. I don't know. I feel very neutral on this card. You're probably making a 4/4 dragon most of the time. But, that's probably expected. This girlie's good. I like this. I like her as a hate bear. Certainly a sideboard card in the fish deck. And I love fish. This card feels weird compared to Unbidden Mandate, because you pay 3 mana to find instant sorcery or artifact. Alright, already like uncommon effect here. And you can also collect backing to cast it for free if it's mana value X or less. It's fine. Like like, it's fine in that this can be a counter spell or anything you need it to be, or like a card draw spell. Well, it can't be a counter spell, it's a sorcery. I wish this was an instant. This would be sick as fuck as an instant. But it's not. It's not an instant, it's a sorcery. And so, I mean, it's just like it's like a fucking whatever tutor, I guess. I don't know. This card seems weak to me. Revelation and Ruins. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Take an extra turn after this one. I mean, sure. Shout out to Commander. That's what this feels like. Potentially. Yeah, shout outs to Commander. Show me's Botswain. Can be blocked as long as you've scryed this turn and you can pay to scry. It's fine. Doesn't have protection. It's a 3-drop. It can be blocked and has hexproof as long as you scry this turn. Okay, because that is interesting. Because you can pay to protect itself. But you play this on turn 3, you're still probably losing the game. Strip Away. Guys, so do you know Disallow, that card that did see play in Standard? What if we made it remove Villainy also? Have you ever thought, man, this cancel sucks? It is also can be like a Stone Rain randomly. You know, cancel does suck. Let's be honest here. Cancel is some doo-doo booty ass. Okay? But also, have you ever wanted your cancel to just randomly remove, like, Villainies or O-Rings or, like, I don't know. This card is a little too versatile for me. Makes me a little scared. Makes me shiver in my timbers. I'd 100% play it if it got into the format. Let me be clear. This card would be sick as fuck. I love being able to randomly Stone Rain fetch lands. I think this shouldn't hit lands. I 100% think that. I don't even know if it should exist, even if it doesn't hit lands, but certainly shouldn't hit lands. That seems like an oversight. I make you tuck your land. It's fucked up. Alright. Winged Enigma. If you would scry number of cards, this card's fine. It's a 4-drop. Flying Vigilance is good, but I don't think it sees play in MSCM Constructed. Archivist of Soli, 2nd exile, target permanent control, return to the battlefield. I like this, although I would just like it to do that when it enters most of the time. Like, I'll just take the whatever Pegasus is already in the format. But this is repeatable, which is cool. And I do like that, but you know, I mean, it's interesting. I think maybe there's like a place for this in like some kind of Maple shell. Conduit Overload, this is fine. I mean, it's fine. It works for what it needs to do. This card is interesting. If you really are trying to make the Satrapy like control deck work, this will do that, I suppose. Dismiss the unremarkable. This is fine. I think a lot of people are going to be in their feelings about this card. This card is so mid. This card's probably not even going to see play if it gets printed. We already have a blue counter spell that targets a permanent spell, I think, in the format, and this is not remarkable. This one's fine. This card's cool. I like this one. It's just like a limited card, though. You may collect backing 3. If you do, you get to draw 2 cards. I like this card. This card is like, put me in Mabel, please. I deserve to be in Mabel. I should be in Mabel. Let me draw 2 cards right now. And like a Esper Mabel deck. This card seems really cool. And so yeah, I like this card. Even though I don't love collect backing as a mechanic, I do like this card. Overflowing Imagination. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may tap target creature. You can pay 1 to put a stun counter on it. Whatever. This feels like a limited card. I don't see this seeing a ton of play in outside of that. Venom Cavalier. This one's interesting, but it is 5 mana, so not seeing play. Crabs! I love crabs! Yippee! Whenever one or more cards leaves your graveyard for the first time each turn, exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library, as long as there are 9 cards exiled by it. I'll always fuck with crabs. I don't know how to make this work in the normal mill deck. I'm sure there would be a way. Like, I'm sure you can, like, play this and have, like, oh, I forget the name of that mechanic. I think it's another Alcaba mechanic, which is funny. It might not be. I don't remember. It's the one where you can recast a thing by putting a -1/-1 counter on a creature. There's a usable instant in that deck that does this. We talked about Silent Seer. This card's less good than the removal, but this is cool. We fuck with this guy. I love scrying. I love ward. I love flying. Good bomb at uncommon. Yeah, this is fine. No, I think I talked about a similar design. This is whatever. It's fine. This one's cool. I would love to see a control deck that could utilize this. But yeah, I mean, this is cool. I feel like it has a lot of upside if you can manage to do like collect backing 5. But like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Satrapi's mana base makes a 5-color deck like this work. Because this is double pipped still. But I do like this. I would love to see a deck that uses this. Probably not more than once. I probably wouldn't want to play against a control deck like this. But it would be cool. Shout out a 5-color. Cage of Still Time. Yeah, this is fine. We're in the commons now, so we're going to go through this. I think this card is underrated. This card's very strong. You can just have this be what's it called? A counterspell later in the game. Din of Hidden Reaches. This one's really fucking good. Flash Flying 3/3. This is just like a limited fucking killer. I'd probably first pick this a lot because it's fixing its, ramp technically. It's because imagine turn 4, right? End step, flash this in, and then you immediately cast next turn your Silent Seer. GG's, give me your fucking deck. I have 7 power flying and, and hella value. Anyways, maybe you want to play the limited maybe, because I feel like I can be silly and do a lot of overpowered shit. Garmered Peddler. Whenever you cast your second spell, you turn scroll 1, put a counter on it. Fine. We love this, actually. This is cool. Limited card, though. Retin-A, fine. Knife of the Hidden Face. This one's interesting. It's like a spell that's like, hey, play this, play instant speed stuff, but getting like a toughness boost and like the ability to block again on a 3/3 is like fine. Like you can block a thing. There's like valuable, cool stuff you can do with it, but I don't know. It's fine. This is a common. I shut the fuck up. It's a common. I gotta focus. Lock in. Draw a card if you do discard a card. This is cool. I mean, it feels like it's, we've already seen an uncommon that does basically exactly this, but it's cool. It's good and limited. A scry, you may collect X if you do scry X, draw a card. I mean, this is a cool cantrip. It is sorcery speed, so ew, cringe. Draw 3 cards, discard a card. Okay, that's fine. Ward 1 prowess, fine. Can't be blocked as a trigger. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is probably easy to trigger, but it's a limited card. Flash enters tapped. When it enters, you may tap or untap another target permanent. All right. Yeah, sure. I mean, Flash 4/5 is good. Exile target creature you control and return the card to the battlefield under control. Scry 2. Yay! I love flickers. All right, on to the black cards. We're only 40 minutes into this video. This is cool. It'll piss a lot of people off in Commander. I don't think it's a thing you reanimate in Constructed. But it's fun. It might be good in Constructed. I don't know. There's like a Planeswalker that does you control your opponents during your turn. Seat 2 of the Faceless. Whenever you tap a land for black, add 1 mana of any color? Fine. Yeah. Commander card. I'll play this in Commander. Or Maurosis. Choose a non-land card type. Target player reveals their hand and discards all cards of the chosen type. 4 mana is not playable. But okay. Oh, this is fun. Choir of Trembling Hearts. Retin-A. When this creature, you make a bunch of shit. Flying 6/6. Okay, sure. I mean, this is not worth it. This is Not worth it in constructed at the very least. It's probably a cool commander card. I like it. Search your library for a card, exile it, then shuffle. It gains whenever you cast a spell. Note each of its colors. Then, if 5 different colors are noted this way, return this card to your hand. Search your library for a card. So this is shit demonic tutor. Yeah, I don't... This card's ass. It's not... I mean, it's cool. It's probably cool for commander. And it's another tutor, but this card's not playable, I don't think. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may draw a card and lose 2 life. Becomes an X if White Wisp activate against lifelink, flying. Draw a card and lose 2 life. Being able to give it lifelink, so you lose life when you draw a card. And you know, this might be good. This might be very good. In like a control deck. This could be very, very interesting in control deck. I kind of like it. I fuck with it. Heavy. Alright. Div of Fraying Sanity. Once each turn, whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, if they weren't shuffled into your library or returned to your hand, you may return one of them to your hand. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, if they weren't shuffled into your library or returned to your hand, you may return one of them to your hand. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even process what this card does right. Hold on. When one or more cards leave your graveyard, if they weren't shuffled into your library or returned to your hand, you return one of them into your hand. So, like, okay, I understand this. You can exile a card from your graveyard, get it back to your hand. This seems like a weird thing to build around, but it is a cool effect that I don't think I've seen before. Flying. Collect backing 5. Return the battlefield tapped. That's not worth it. 5 colors to get a 2/2? Not worth it. Not even close to worth it. A 2/2 flyer, but still, not worth it. This is not good. In my opinion. Labor of Loyalty. If there are 10 or more creature cards in your graveyard, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Or you make a 4/4 horror creature, mill 3 and lose 3. This is fine. It's not gonna. You're not gonna use that first mode in constructed. This is a cool commander card, in my opinion. I mean, making a 4/4 is cool, I guess, but nah, probably not happening that first mode. Although it is 3 mana reanimate, but you know. Death Deferred. When Death Deferred enters, if you cast it, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. When it leaves, sacrifice a creature. You gain life equal to its toughness. Fine. Sacrifice a creature. Target player discards a card. Activate on 5 mana. Deals damage to equal to... It deals damage equal to any target and you gain that much life? Alright. Yeah, this card's good. Yeah, this card's good, but it's, you know, 6... It's like all the other ones. It's a very good limited card. I'd probably pack one, pick one, most of these. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice a creature this turn, create a treasure token. If you sacrifice 3 or more creatures this turn, put 2+1+1... Okay. I think this could be good, because you're making treasures. This could be constructed playable. I could see a world. Whenever a creature you control dies this turn, draw a card. Oh, fuck. That's like... This is cool. Yeah, this is cool, especially with cycling. You just are like, alright, time to pop off this turn. I'm sure there's some ways to go infinite with this, especially if you have like a... Whenever you draw a card, make a token, and then a sack outlet, and then this, and then you can draw your whole deck, and then profit somehow? I don't know. I'm sure there's a way to go infinite with this, but like in a cool, fun way, not in a... Ew, cringe, this is overpowered way. Figment. We love Figment. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card if you do lose 1 life. I fuck with this card heavy, bro. This card is cool as fuck. Because if you pay the Figment, you're going to either draw a card or kill something. And that's awesome. Destroy target non-legendary creature. Okay. This is already a card that exists with a different name, but, you know. It doesn't particularly need redundancy. So that's fine. Rend, Mind, and Flesh. How many legends have we seen? I don't remember there being a lot of legendary creatures at rare. So I guess this is just like a murder. And limited at the very least. Maybe we'll see some at uncommon. Or like in gold cards. Rend, Mind, and Flesh. Each opponent discards 2 cards. Each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way sacrifices a creature. So if you only discard land... Okay. Yeah, this is a very good Mind Rot. Mind Rot? Mind Rot. At the initial cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice it. I don't like that it gets around the hexproof, though, by being like each opponent, but whatever. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice a creature. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. If you sacrifice a creature to cast the spell instead, each creature you don't control gets -2/-2 until end of turn. That can be cool. I could see, like... I mean, I don't know if it's like the villainy deck, but, the mono black control lists would probably... Or, like, tempo lists would fuck with this heavy. Spoils of the Stinging King. Collect backing 3. Create a 3/3 Manticore token. It can't block this turn. Fine. Whenever you collect backing, each opponent loses that much life and you gain that much life. Alright. I mean... Isn't there that fucking cantrip that you can collect backing X? And so you go this, turn 2, turn 3. I mean, to be fair, you'd have to do a lot of shit. I mean, you can tap this to collect backing. Oh, it has to be a creature. Never mind. It's probably fine. It's fine. Nothing bad will ever happen to the Kennedys. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create... My fucking chair is creaking like a motherfucker. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 2/2 blue rogue creature token. Fine. We love it. We love it. We love a Sphinx that makes little guys. Exile up to 1 target creature or planeswalker and all tokens in that creature's retinue. Exile? Exile target creature at instant speed? Alright. This limited be crazy as hell. I wanna play it now. Maybe I will. Maybe I widowy freaking will. What about that? Withered Deathcaller. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter. Whenever it dies, you gain life equal to the number of counters on it. Each opponent loses that much life. Okay, there's whatever. Fine. Blade of the Fierceless. Collect backing. Okay, this is fine. Retinue. Okay, that's fine. Sacrifice another creature, draw a card. Div of the False Hero. Wild common, but it's, it's cool. It's fine. We love this. Chat. Oh, I love this. I don't know what I was referencing. I was freaking referencing that. Well, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, you return target creature card with mana value 5 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's cool. I have no feelings, no thoughts. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less. I mean, that's okay. This is a limited card. Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose target card with another 3 or greater. That player discards that card. Alright, that's fine. It's cool. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, gains lifelink and menace. Okay. Sacrifice another creature. Mob the ultimate sacrifice gains indestructible until end of turn. Sure. Means to an end. Destroy target creature. Draw 2 cards. You have to sack a creature to do this. This is cool. I like this card. It could be playable, maybe somewhere, but it is 2 mana. Another creature you control dies. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. 4 mana. Figment. When it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. Figment 3 seems a bit steep for that effect, but maybe you want to sacrifice a token or something. Which is cool. We fuck with that. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may collect backing 3. This spell costs 3 less to cast if backing was collected. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. And it can be 1 mana. This is fine. Strike through the decay. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield, tapped or under control. Sure. Sure thing. We allow these. Alright, cool. We got some cool shit. Cool shit. Anyways, Big Ass Phoenix. Whenever it is exiled to pay a cost, as long as it remains exiled, you can cast it. This doesn't have haste. It is a 6 mana 5/5 flyer. I think it's probably pretty bad. But it's cool that you can delve it and then get a 5/5 later, I guess. Very, very Commander-esque, it feels to me. Corios the Bereaved. Whenever you cast a multicolor red spell, you may activate one of Corios' loyalty abilities. I assume you still pay the costs. Koyos, 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 the Bereaved. Deals 1 damage to any target. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay, that's fine. Exile target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Copy it. You may cast the copy, but you still pay the costs. This Planeswalker sucks straight fucking doo-doo ass. You want to play multicolored cards, but it's pipped 3 red. Maybe this is like a satrapy fucking bullshit. I didn't mean that. Satrapies are cool. But it's satrapy, I'll say it, satrapy BS. Where you're casting multicolored spells and still casting 3 pip spells. Do I want this over any of the like creativity or anything else I would pay 3 red pips for? Probably not. I guess if I really fucking hate X ones, this is cool. To be fair, it kind of only costs 2 because you immediately add 1 mana of any color and it goes to 5. But like, I don't know. This card feels weird. It feels like if it does succeed, it's gonna succeed in some kind of like combo storm deck because of the +1. And the ability to -3, get a copy of a creature, a thing from your graveyard. Okay, maybe that. Okay, no. Now I see it. This is a storm command. This is a storm planeswalker. You storm the hell off with this, and then profit. I guess, but you still have to cast multicolored red spells, which is just like I feel like a pretty difficult tube. The young proselyte. When it dies, you may search your library for a red or white planeswalker card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Okay. Whenever you cast a planeswalker spell, you may exile the young proselyte from your graveyard. If you do, you may activate one of the loyalty abilities of that planeswalker twice this turn rather than only once. So you probably only want to put this. This is cool for like the red-white Super Friends deck, I guess. Why are all the legends in red so far that I've seen? I mean, there are legendary other things, but whatever. And Desir, Acrimony's Toy. Acrimony's Toy? I'm dyslexic and bad at English, even though I have an English degree, but, whatever. Okay, you collect backing more to make it bigger, and then can make it... Okay. I don't know. You don't really curve out with this where you do this first ability turn 2 most of the time. And so, I guess there's a universe where you go, this, whatever that cantrip is that makes both players mill 3, and then tap your red to exile cards from your grave. But, like, I don't know. A lot of these effects you really want to, like, curve out on them. And so, this is fine, but it's not incredible. Stormcaller. Shit. It's almost been an hour. Hold on. What time is it? Okay. Alright, we'll be fine. Non-creature card that shares a name with another card in your graveyard. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. You still pay a... Missing a parentheses! Chat, fucking explode this guy right now. Typo detected. All of my guns point to this card and fucking explotinate it. What the fuck did the card even do? I didn't read it. When it attacks, you may cast target non-creature card that shares a name with another card in your graveyard. Target non-creature card that shares a name. Okay, so you still pay its costs. This card's bad. This card's not even close to playable in the Prowess deck. Council of the Highest Peak. Discard your hand, draw that many cards +1. You may cast a non-creature card from your hand with mana value 3 or less without paying its mana cost. Okay, yeah, this works. This is cool, I guess. I don't know. It feels like kind of a little bit of a commander card, but I mean, it has the things that would make it. I can't analyze this card. I have no thoughts. It's a 4-mana red instant. I don't know how to analyze that shit. If you have no cards in hand, it deals 5 damage to any target. Create 2 black zombie creature tokens. This would actually be low-key fucking sick and burn. like, like what's it called? Oh my god! Oh my god! Print this card immediately. Make Distant Thunder real again. Oh my god! This is awesome. Shout outs to to this shit. This is awesome. This card fucks. That's my decree. This card fucks. Sheezer of Shavar. Whenever you cast a spell from your hand, exile the top X cards of your library. Exile the number of colors that spell is. You may play on it. Okay. I mean, yeah, you're getting card advantage in red, but this is a commander card. If it's literally anything. Siegebreaker Manticore. Why? Ward, pay 3 life. Whenever Siegebreaker Manticore attacks, it deals damage to any non-player target defending player controls equal to the number of non-basic lands they control. Ooh. Okay. Okay, this card's actually kind of fucked up. Low-key. You just get to remove something every turn if your opponent is playing non-basic lands. You play 2 non-basic lands, this card's fucking crazy. Your opponent has like 4 or more, which is not super uncommon. And this card is just like, I attack and I deal 4 damage to one of your fucking planeswalkers or creatures. And you have to pay 3 life to remove me. And I'm a flying 3/3. Wild card. I think probably too good. Deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Okay. Exile it from your graveyard. Each player may discard their hand. Each player that does draws 3 cards. Give me 1 second. All right, yeah, this is unedited. Sorry, y'all. Took me a little bit of time. Had to be interrupted. So, shout out to that little moment of silence you got. Anyways, this card sucks. Why the fuck would I ever want to give my opponent the opportunity to gain card advantage and then pay Wooberg for it? Like, it's a fine murder, I guess, with like a reasonable payoff. So it can't be entirely unplayable, but it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't play this card. Those are cards. Yeah, no, I mean, this card's bad. I think this card is just bad, straight up. Turncoat. The number of mana you spent to cast non-creature spells this turn. That's interesting. It's form. Yeah, this could be good, I guess. At Shavar, mobilized. When it enters, exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of turn. You may play those cards. Okay, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 2/2. This is cool. This is fucking awesome. We love this card. It's an impulse with an upside. Haste can be blocked. You control can be blocked unless each. This card's weird. Whatever. And this is weird. Whatever. It's fine. It just means it's harder to block tokens, I guess. Cool. Figment. Mono Hunter attacks. Target creature can't block this turn. Sure. Borrowed Fury. Until end of turn, double target creature's power. I mean, this could be fucked up with something like Autumn Fae, but I don't know. I mean, it stacks with Double Strike. That's the only upside I see to this card beyond. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I think I prefer Double Strike most of the time, though. Crush Resistance deals 2 damage to each non-token creature. Crush Resistance deals 3 damage to each token creature. Choose one or both. Okay. Bye-bye tokens, I guess. Heartfire Immolator. Isn't this a card? Prowess. I mean, this card. I don't think this card's good enough to see play, but it's fine. Choose you control have haste. When it enters, if you cast it from your hand, exile the top card of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value 4 or less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Well, actually, I mean, this card's not terrible. I don't know. Whatever. This card is 5 mana. I don't give a shit, actually, at all. Because it's not going to be playable. It's not going to be playable. Enters, choose one. Destroy target artifact. Search your library for a Kyoyos card. Reveal, put it in your hand. Does 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. Hello. This card's kind of good. I mean, it's fine. It's 3 mana still, but it's fine. Figment. Whatever. This card's whatever. I have literally no feelings about this card. I mean, the Figment's cool, but it's a red 2/1. I don't know. Guys, we're creeping Jackal Pup. This is fucked up. Deals 3 damage to any targets. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you gave Lightning Strike mountain cycling? Are we huh? Hey, maybe this is fine, but this is crazy. I think this is crazy. Anyone else think this is crazy? My Lightning Strike becomes lands? What the fuck? Man, this card's obviously very, very good. I mean, might see play in like red control decks or like tempo decks maybe. I could see this card seeing a lot of play actually. It's cool. Secondhand Serenade. Target instant sorcery card in your game is flashback until end. If this spell is cast from your graveyard, that flashback cost is equal to its mana cost -1. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard Gains flashback until end of turn. If this spell was cast from your graveyard, that flashback cost is equal to its mana cost -1. Y'all. This doesn't work, right? Like, fundamentally. This doesn't, because, like, what does the first mode do? What happens if you cast this from your hand? Fucking Christ. Sorry. I am posting this in the channel. I can't help but make typos. I'm just so big and stupid and dumb. Fuck my skibbity life. Anyways. Alright. Tempest of Lightning and Dust. Can't be countered as long as it doesn't target a player. Okay, Tempest of Lightning does deal damage equal to... Fine. Totally chill. Adashavar Bogard. Okay. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Totally chill. Totally fine. Destroy target artifact. You may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Okay. I mean, it's a sorcery, so it's not, like, ambition. This art's cool. I don't know what's going on with the eye. I don't know why... Bro looks like she's about to fucking do a fucking ultimate. Oh, I got you in my trap. You're right here. We're about to kiss. What you don't expect is a fucking shoryuken. Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm such a... Anyways. You collect cat backing 4. Does 2 damage to any target. If it was just 4 damage to any target instead. I mean, in theory... I mean, I don't know. The type of thing that would want to do 4 damage to your face is probably not playing 4 colors of cards. So, I mean, it's shock. It's cool. We love shock. Conductor of Hidden Patterns. Menace. When you attack with 2 or more creatures that share a name, Conductor of Hidden Powers, it's +2/+7 until end of turn. Yeah, sure, it's fine. Target creature and all other creatures you control the same name as that creature get +2/+0 until end of turn. That could be cool if you have like a bunch of the same tokens. Me and my Silent Wanderers pulling up to the function. Retinue can't attack or block her alone, but it makes it fine. Retinue, fine. Figment. Okay, fine. If you cast another spell this turn, deal 6 damage to any not. Okay, fine. Create a 2/2 wizard with prowess, and you can flash it back. Fine. Haste. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, it gets +1/+1 and gets trampled until end of turn. Oh shit. I had something like this that gave it +2/+0 in Deorum, and it was very good in playtesting. But being just +1/+1 here, it could see. I could build a burn deck with this. It could be cool. So, A+. Enters creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain trample until end of turn. Gee, this is very good. Just end the game for 6 mana. Okay. Enters, you may collect backing 2 if you do. Deals 2 damage to each opponent. And that's a 4/2 for 3. Alright. I mean, it's fine. It's so common. But, you know, it's chill. Fall of the Tyrant. Once each turn, when a creature you control dies, you may reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature revealed this way onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom. It's 5 mana. We have a billion different ways to sneak and show. Legion of Infinite Maws. Retinue X11s. Create a Legion of Infinite Maws are Hydra's armies and have... Whenever this creature is dealt damage, sacrifice it and create 2 tokens that are copies of it in the same retinue. That's kind of funny. This feels more like a Hydra than most Magic Hydras do, because it's the thing where it's like gets its head cut off. But I mean, you just hit the discard itself, the 0/4, and then that doesn't happen anymore. But it's kind of cool. This is a cool card. This feels very flavorful. Playable? No, I don't know about that. Each creature you control gets +1/+1 for each of its colors. Okay. Target creature becomes the colors used to activate this ability until end of turn. Okay. I mean, how many, like, Wooburg Scouts are there in the format? Because I feel like you could just do that. And then it's like, oh, I pay 4 mana. I have a bunch of 6/6s. But, I mean, it's 4 mana. It's probably fine. Denage War Lizard. Tax. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. Okay, that's cool. And then you can Figment it to, like, do that again. But then you're tapping creatures down to Figment this, so, like... Other creatures... I mean, I guess if you tap one big thing and then you get... I don't know. Figment on attack, like, for this type of effect feels a little bit weird. Although I do fuck with Figment. Labor of Mercy. You may choose a creature power 4 or greater and search your library for a green creature card. Mana value 4 or later and put onto the battlefield and shuffle. Okay. How do you do this? How do we cheese this? Create 3 1/1 black assassin creature token. Okay, this card's very good. Search your library for a green creature card with mana. Okay, it has to be exactly mana value 4. This is not crazy broken. This is cool. I guess you like maybe build around it a little bit. At the beginning of your end step, you may collect backing X. If you do, create XX red army creature token. It's fine. It's whatever. It's not going to see play. Reveal the top card of your library. If you reveal 2 land cards, put them into your hand. Shuffle. An opponent may have each player put a land card. An opponent may have each player put a land card from their hand onto the battlefield. So put them as the 2 land cards, not the cards revealed. Whatever. Yeah. What? I don't know how to analyze this card. Probably bad because your opponent gets to make the decision. Oh, we got a mana dork. You can collect backing to make it 1 mana of any color, or collect backing 5 to add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Yeah, welcome back, Deathrite Shaman. This is cute. Voice of the Caravans. Creature tokens you control have add 1 mana of any color. Oh. Okay, so this is 3 mana. You go up 2 mana, so you go to 6 mana on turns 4? Yeah. Or you do a dork, and then this on turn 2, and then on turn 3, you have 6 mana. Yeah, that seems pretty fucking good. Yeah. Because you go turn 1 this, turn 2 this, 6 mana if you play another land. Well, I'll be damned. Akvani Soul Warden. I would avoid putting Soul Warden in the names of cards unless you're going to, you know, whenever, I guess it gains life. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, you gain. Okay, so this is a 3 mana 5/4. Again, I mean, it's fine actually. I don't know why I'm complaining. Attacking tokens you control have Death Touch. Okay. Blinded Stomper. This feels like a common. Whenever it attacks, other target attacking creature you control can't be blocked by 1 or more creatures this turn. Sure, I guess. I have no thought. This card's fine. Create a colorless Satrapy token with tap, add. This is cool. This is cool. I fuck with this. Endearing Companion. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value, power, or toughness 3, put an affection counter on Endearing Companionship. Remove 3 affection counters from it. Create a treasure token and a 3/3 red Manticore. Oddly specific, but fine, I guess. Fate of the Forgiven. Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment you don't control. Then you may collect backing 3 if you do exile up to 4 cards from an opponent's graveyard. Okay, disenchant. It's this attribute limited in addition to its other types. Tap and untap permanent you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Sure, Mana Dork. We love Mana Dorks. Glow of Defiance. As an additional cost to cast a spell. This card's bad, I think. Maybe there's a universe where you do this on, like, again, Autumn Fae, and you dome your opponent for, like, 12 on turn 3. But there's so many hoops to jump through to do that. You kind of have to go, like, turn 1. I forget whatever that cantrip is that mills you 3, but that bitch, that motherfucker. I don't even know if it does that anymore. I couldn't tell you. I hate this art. This art's disgusting. Why is this feels also thematically... Why does it have a fucking penis growing out of its mouth? It's so veiny. Whatever. When it enters, mill 3 cards. You dies, me exile it. Return target permanent card from your... Actually, this is cool. Yeah, this is cool. I don't know if it sees play. I mean, it could. It's just, like, decent value. But it's, like, probably not. Unlikely. Untap all lands you control during each other... Hold on. What the fuck? No, we should not power creep that one card that was so obviously broken. What? This already... I guess it doesn't untap permanents. So I guess that's one thing. I don't know. Unbound Flourishing or whatever the fuck it's called. Am I crazy? No, it's not Unbound Flourishing. Oracle. Untap. I don't know why I thought looking that up would fucking help. Mana value 4. Rarity uncommon. Type. Inch. And equals green. Wilderness Reclamation. Yeah, let's not reprint Wilderness Reclamation with land cycling. Bad idea, methinks. It's 4 mana. Probably... I don't know, because it just pays for itself. So you go this, and then you untap, and you have the ability to interact with your opponent's shit. Crazy in Controlled, or in Commander, too, but whatever. You didn't watch this for... whenever it attacks, mill the card. If it's a land card, you may return it to your hand. If you don't, put a card into your hand this way. You gain 1 life. Okay. Yeah, solid. Retin-A. Sure. Wanderlight Magus. If it deals combat into play, make it a tapped treasure token. Figment 3. Fine. Exile from your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. I mean, it's Scavenge. That's cool. I think I had a card like this in Dioram, but it was literally Scavenge. So, Caravan Rhino. Whenever it dies, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. I mean, we're in commons, so any of your turn, it doesn't have Defender. Fine. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Token. Okay, sure. Retin-A. As long as you control a token, so it's 3 power for 2 mana, which is cool. Pathfinder. You may collect what you do when you do put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Tap to add green. Yeah, I don't think the sees play. Probably good in other formats, but not here. Additional cost to cast a spell, you may collect backing 3. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 if backing was collected. Then it fights target creature and opponent controls. We do have a lot of mana dorks, I think I'm noticing. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. Roadworn Drome Drary. It attacks and untaps a land, and you can figment it. So if you really need that mana to, like, cast a second spell, this helps you cast your second spell, I will say. So that's cool. Yeah, this is good. It's a big body with cycling and protection. Satrap of Forgotten Realm Farms. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on it. When you exile it, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. So yeah, we have like some I feel like you should just include Scavenge as a set mechanic. Okay, there's 2. Maybe I need to calm the fuck down. But it'd be cool to have Scavenge. But this wouldn't do Scavenge because it's 1 counter. Whatever. Figment. Sure, I guess. I don't know. Fine. Spoils. Mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. If you don't, you gain 4 life. Holy fuck, this card's crazy. What? This card's ridiculous. You mill 3, get a permanent card. So, like, if you build your deck right, you probably get to pick between 2 cards. So, it's a cantrip. And if you don't want to, you can just gain 4 life instead. So, yeah, this card's ridiculous. This card's insanely powerful. POV, you just hate burn. Not really. You don't hate burn, Zangy. I know that. I'm giving you shit. Because I'm evil. Trail through old stones. Search your library for a basic land or satrapy card. Put onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Cool. Alright. Time to get into the gold cards. Which there are... Oh my god. A fucking lot of... We still got a lot of ways to go. But let's just go through the gold cards one by one. It'll be fine. Unearned Mercy. This spell can't be countered until your next turn. Player's life totals can't change. All permanents you control phase out. Okay. So it's like a weird Teferi's protection, I guess. Yeah, it's like a weird... Yeah, it's a weird Teferi's protection that can't be countered. I don't know if I love that. The only contestant. When it enters... if you cast them, you may exile target non-creature spell. The only contestant is no longer on the battlefield. Return the exiled card to its owner's hand. Oh, and then you can hide it by becoming a satrapy. Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. Who cares? I'm sorry, not who cares. This card's cool, I guess. I mean, yeah, being able to counter a spell, but it's only non-creature spells, so probably bad. Judgment from Above. Whenever you cast a spell, Judgment from Above deals X damage to any target where X is the number of spells you cast this turn. Probably a commander card. It's 4 mana and an enchantment. Sara, Hand of Ruined. Retine, 2/2s. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may choose a non-legendary creature you control. Any number of tokens you control become a target of that creature. Oh, that's cool. I don't think it sees any play, but it's cool. Creature you control with base power 2 or less get +1/+1. Whenever a creature you control with base power 2 or less enters, you gain 1 life. All My Dorks, Paternal Devotion. This is cute. Tidewater's Wisdom. At the beginning of your end step, scry 1. Whenever you scry, put a gather counter on Tidewatcher's Wisdom for each card looked at while scrying this way. Remove it. Create a 3/3 or whatever. I don't think. I mean, you could. Yeah, I don't know. You can make a lot of tokens, I guess. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may collect backing X. Whenever it enters, if backing was collected and this was cast, gain control of target creature with mana value X or less. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is a lot of hoops, but this is very strong. Yeah, and it's part of the cost, so if it gets countered, that just kind of is like a feel bad. Alright, big ass indestructible lifelink. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you may cast a spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. You lose life, or you draw 3 cards and lose 3 life. I don't know, big indestructible lifelink guy. I see why it's red, because you do cast spells for free, but I don't know. I mean, this is cool. You still have to cast 2 spells after you, like, reanimate this. So it's probably not better than Kyoro. Or not Kyoro, but, you know, the reanimation creatures that are, like, very strong. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target opponent chooses 1 from Menace, Death Touch, and Haste. Creatures you control gain that ability until end of turn. Target opponent chooses 1 from Menace, Death Touch, and Haste. Creatures you control gain that ability. Why are we given the... I'm okay. This is a 3/4 flyer. And Gruul. Okay. I guess. With ups. Could be strong. It feels very pushed. It might not still be playable because it's just like a little awkward and weird. But it is, you know, it's cool, I guess. Sure, Friend of Golna. Exile target card from your graveyard. If it was a creature card, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. If it was a land card, create a tap treasure token. If it was a non-creature non-land card, hell yeah, value. And it's a 3/3. This could see play, maybe in the Legends deck. Probably not, but you know, it's an option. Zareen, Innocent Heir. From a graveyard. So you can use this as graveyard hate too. What? Zareen, Innocent Heir. When you may attack, scry 1, then reveal the top card of your library if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of cards you've looked at while scrying this turn. Put it in your hand, otherwise you may put it on the bottom of your library. Okay. Okay. Whatever. It's a scry card. This card, these scry cards are starting to be annoying because you're rewarding players. You're like, yes, you're. It just feels really dirtily. All of these scry cards. So I don't know. That's just my vibes. Yearning Wavecaller. Draw a card. Activate this ability only once each turn, and only if an opponent has lost life this turn. Sure. Azir's Blood Rager. The second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less, an additional 2 life to... I mean, it's 4 mana, but it's cool. I like this. Awakener. Trample Haste. Whenever or another creature you control enters, that creature gets +2/+2 and gains Trample until end of turn. Wait. So this is like you want stuff with haste? Because that creature gets Trample until end of turn, but if it doesn't have haste, you can't fucking do anything about it? Alright, fine, sure. Alright, you make a bunch of bodies. Creature tokens you control have vigilance. Strong. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on it and up to 1 target creature. Okay, that's good. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. You lose a life. Sure. Deals 1 damage to any target. Make a soldier. Sure. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any non-player target you don't control. Sure. Create 2 soldiers. Sure. Target attacking or blocking creature puts it on the top or bottom of their owner's library. Scry 2. I mean, that's pretty strong. Disordinance. If a creature would die, merge that creature under Disordinance instead. With no fucking reminder text for what that even means. Alright. They gain that card's activated and triggered abilities. Gets +1/+1 for each card merged within. Only activated and triggered abilities, not just its abilities. This is like a fun build-around card, I guess. I don't know. Ambivalence. Figment. You may have Ambivalence enter as a copy of another creature you control, except its name is Ambivalence, is legendary in addition to its other types, and has Ambivalence's other abilities. The legendary rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. Okay. Yeah. And so when you Figment it, you're going to have a counter as a copy. That's cool. Hayat, Whisper of Nightmares. Mills 2 cards. Target land you control becomes a copy of target permanent card in your graveyard. X. It seems a bit bad because you're paying 2 plus whatever it is to make a land into something. Kyr Kun, the Measured Blade. Whenever you attack, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Okay, at the beginning of your end step, if there are cards exiled with... I need a full screen again. If there are cards exiled with it, put them into their owner's graveyard, then create them any 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. This could be playable in, like, Legends, I think, maybe. As, like, a one-of. Ruby of the Wastes. Enchant non-land permanent. You control enchanted permanent. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Then what the fuck is the point? I guess it's just removal? Alright. Sure. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Fine. Mill 5 cards for... Well, actually, no. This is cool. Because you can get, like, a bunch of... Yeah, with, like, Retin-A and stuff. This is cool. Mill 5 cards. For each land card milled this way, create a tap treasure token. For each creature card milled this way, make a 1/1 white soldier. For each non-land card... Non-creature non-land card milled this way, draw a card. I could see this being very good in very low creature decks. Because you just get treasures and then draw cards. And so, yeah, this is cool. Hollow-Eyed Ghoul Spawn. At the beginning of your end step, you may... I mean, actually, though, this card goes fucking hard in a control deck. Because you draw 3 cards, make 2 treasure tokens. You get to hold up something, and this is instant speed. This card's cool as fuck, actually. And then, like, it's also like Phoenix or something. This card's cool. I like this card. Give it a big smooch on the forehead. Hollow-Eyed Ghoulspawn. At the beginning of your end step, you may collect backing X. Do the following. Mill 2 cards, make a treasure token, draw a card, losing life. You're never collect backing 5. I mean, I don't know. This card seems truly whatever. Truly mid as fuck. Koyos's Charge. After this main phase, there is an additional combat phase. At the beginning of each combat this turn, untap all creatures that attack this turn. If you control a Koyos Planeswalker, creatures you control gain trample and first strike until end of turn. Sure. I guess. It's... sure. Whenever can be blocked by creatures power 3 or greater, whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a non-land card this way, you return a land card from your graveyard to your hand. Dude, so many words to do nothing but dirtle. Honestly, I think I'm getting irritated because it's been fucking an hour and a half and I haven't finished this review. Now I know what times feels like. Wow, Broken Wings Paragon. I did have to take 2 breaks in the middle, though, and mute up. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, draw a card. Cool. Love that. You may collect backing X when you exile her instant or search your mana value X in your graveyard. Copy and may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. I like this a lot. This is fun and limited. Withered Sentinel. When it enters tapped, you may collect backing. If you do, pay that. If you do, return Withered Sentinel from your graveyard to the battlefield. You may pay black and green. If you do, return Withered Sentinel from your graveyard to the battlefield. Otherwise, return it from your graveyard to your hand. So you pay 2 mana to get a 5/3 back? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of powerful. I don't know if it's... I don't know. It's specific enough to this set that it's like a little bit parasitic that we won't know if it's good. But if collect backing is good, I could see this being in that deck. This card, to be specific. Div of Shattered Reflections. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures that share a name, put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature. So, okay. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, and you gain 2 life. 1 or more cards leave your graveyard. This creature returns only once each turn. When it enters, mill 4 cards, return up to 2 cards milled this way to your hand. Cool. This is strong. This is strong. Yep, this is strong. 1 against all. Just exile target creature. Sick. Good and limited. Whenever you next cast an instant or sorcery spell, this turn, copy that spell and you may choose new targets for the copy. Sick. Mill 4 cards, gain 4 life. This seems fucking shit. What? Why isn't this 1 mana? This seems like actual horseshit. What? This is crazy. For the rest of the power level of the other hybrid cards, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 2 target creatures. You can do 3 at least? This seems weak. Witness Alkaba. Okay, I shall. That's what I'm doing right fucking now, asshole. Alright. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library and then put a creature card and a land card from among them into your hand, with the rest on your graveyard. Alright, sick. Sarvagan Massacre. Until the end of your turn, a creature dying. Oh, this is cool. I like this board wipe. Oh my goodness. You get to re-trigger all of your death triggers. That's sick. That's sick. Yeah, I like this a lot. Dragon of Walking Terrors. Whenever you draw your second spell each turn or cast your second spell each turn, it deals 2 damage to any target. That's fine. Retinate X, where X is the number of land you control. Okay. Sacrifice another creature. Child of Morrow gains indestructible until enough to tap it. It's already tapped, you gain a life. Okay. Mirages of Dunea. Non-token creatures you control have Figment X, where X is their power. That's sick. What am I going to Figment? That'll be crazy. We move to combat. I Figment 0 Autumn Fae. I cast a bunch of spells. And then dull my opponent for a trillion bajillion. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Regiment on Wings. create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying in regiment on. Whenever a token you... Okay, so this kind of snowballs a little bit, but it's also 5 mana, so it's fine. Glimpse of Grandeur. Scry 2, then draw 2 cards. You gain 2 life, and each opponent loses 2 life. Yeah, fuck with this card. Heavy. Whenever you guys are using a spell each turn or during a card each turn, create a tap treasure token. Don't mind if I do. 3 to fire? Okay, this is fine. This is cool. Burn the World. Collect backing 3. Me when I have to collect backing for me to fucking kill everyone. POV, you are the oil companies. Manufacturing consent. You know, being an oil baron is very jund if you think about it. It's not at all. You can't be an oil baron and be red. Or green. Let's be real here. Burn the World deals 3 damage to each creature and Planeswalker. If backing was collected, it deals 3 damage to each creature and Planeswalker you don't control. I see. So I'm pointing the dragon's head in a different direction. Div of 1,000 Grains. Figment, Double Strike, Trample. Fine. Yeah, chill. Cool. Trample. Gives +1/+1 for each other creature and artifact you control. Yep. Yep, sounds about right. Yep, sounds about right. This is fine. Figment 6, attacking Gilding Guard, attacks Gilded Guards, attacking, causes abilities of creature cards in your graveyard to trigger as though they've attacked? So, okay. What the fuck? Okay, so my graveyard is full of a bunch of attacky boys. Boys that have been attackers. And they've been attacking and shit. Alright? And I whip this cracker out, right? And this cracker's on the battlefield. And I swing. And it's just like, oh, let's pretend like all of these creature cards in my graveyard attack. Okay. So that's what it does. That's cool. Doesn't have haste. Can be instantly responded to. Wish it was a commander. So I could run it as a commander. But it's fine. I'm sure I could rule 0 it. If people were, like, feeling nice. Whenever it attacks, exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them until end of turn. You may create a token as a copy of the exiled cards. That's a copy of one of the exiled cards that's having attacking. Okay. So here is something that you can actually reanimate and be very good. Yeah. This is strong as fuck. I like this. This is cool. We got to get more reanimation things in the graveyard. All right, Sunshine, and then you get another one of these. Oh yeah, that's fucked up. Mirror's Decree. Return a land card, target enchantment card, target creature card, and target artifact card from graveyard to the battlefield. They each become 3/3 black zombie creature tokens in addition to their other types. Fine. Sunshine Coil. Swing in 5. Lifelink. When it dies, draw a card. Okay. This doesn't have flying, even though it's fucking massive. It doesn't have reach. But I guess it's just a big snake. Flash Flying. Whenever it attacks, you may collect backing X. If you do, you may cast target card from your graveyard with mana value X without paying its mana cost. If the spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. So you can get creatures with this, in theory. This is fun. Andazir, Destined Prince, Retin-A. Skip your draw steps. Whenever you play a card, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card, sacrifice a permanent, or pay 3 life. That's funny. He's tormenting himself. Desire. Whenever a player first draws their first card each turn, plays their first land each turn, attacks the first time each turn, or a creature they control dies for the first time, that player draws a card. Whenever a player draws their third card each turn, Desire deals 3 damage to them. Fine. The First Blade of Alkaba. Alright, hello, Afir, Arif, Aerith, Sans Serif. So this is Aerith. Okay. When you activate one of Aerith's ability, you may have them become a copy of target permanent you control until end of turn. Alright, mana. You really have 2 planeswalkers that add mana on an uptick. If it isn't legendary, create a token that's a copy of them. Wait, what? Oh, because it has to be a... Wait, what? I don't understand that 0. As a target on the permanent, you may have another target permanent you control become a copy of that permanent. This card's weird. It's fine, I guess. I don't know. I have no thoughts on it. Fuck green, I guess. Haddock, Tyrant of Alkaba. The spell can be countered flying whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player. Draw a card, then you may cast a card with mana value equal to or less than the. Sure. This is fine. It's a bit up there in terms of combat. It's 4 mana. It's probably fine. All right, big ass mere blight of life. Whenever it enters or attacks, mill 3 cards. Return each permanent card milled this way to the battlefield except their 4/4 zombie creatures in addition to their other types. Then distribute a lifelink counter, a death touch counter, a flying counter among those creatures. Cool. Golna Shah. This is fine. There's your attacks. I mean, I guess you could reanimate this, and this is cool, I guess. Wooburg. You may collect backing X. Whenever you collect backing, you may return a card from your graveyard with mana value less than or equal to the number of colors that were backed into your hand. This is weak for a Wooburg threat. Why doesn't this go onto the battlefield? Yeah, let it go onto the battlefield, you fucking coward. Especially because you're already emptying your graveyard with collect backing. Let it go onto the battlefield. Why is this going to your hand? Why is this card so weak for no reason? The Timeless Submerge. When the Timeless Submerge enters, you may search your library for 2 non-colorless cards. Reveal them. If they share no colors, but have 5 colors in total, put them into your hand, then shuffle. This is not worth getting to Wooburg. Not even close. This card's bad. At least to me. Feather of All Paths. Can only dynamize once each turn. Uh-huh. Okay, sure. Deals 2 damage to any target, gain 2 life, dynamize. Treasure token. Target land comes an artifact creature with power toughness equal to the number of artifacts. Dynamize. Cool. Create a satrapy land with that. Create a token as a copy of target creature you control. Do both. Okay. Untap target permanent. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice an online permanent. Do both. Doesn't this feel a little bit redundant? The first line and the... Anyways. Okay, this is fine. Tap target online permanent. Draw a card. Dynamize. Okay. Mill 3. Create an XX. Sure. Plus, okay. Gains flying and hexproof until end of turn. Gains death touch lifelink until end of turn. Okay, this is cool. Make it a 5/5. Make it fight something. Give it death touch lifelink flying hexproof. Sure. Onboard combat trick, though. You just pay blue and you can't touch it. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Dynamize. Alright. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creatures. I don't know why this is a rare cycle. This feels like an uncommon cycle to me. That's probably you cast as though it had flash. Dynamize. Gotcha. You cast an instant spell, copy it. Okay, this is cool. Twins of the Unresting Sting. Create a 3/3 red manticore. Creatures gain haste. Or we do both. Scry 1, you gain 1 life. Okay. Alright. Alright, that's fine. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies, put its counters on target creature you control. Sure. Weird, but fine. Alright, we get to look at satrapies now. Who's excited? Alright. Solely Palace. Satrapies, non-token satrapies. Why are we making token satrapies if we're going to not let them do what the fuck they want to? Sacrifice this land. Create a top satrapy with. Non-target satrapies have sacrifice this land. Create a with tap, add white, and a 3/3 griffin. Okay. Okay, I understand the vision here. Draw 2 cards, make a satrapy, and then discard a card. Torment an opponent for 5? That seems a bit. I think you're overvaluing Torment a little bit throughout this set. Okay, get a Trumpet Blast and a satrapy. Create 2. Okay. Alright, tap add white, tap add blue. You can pay a life for these. I think these already exist in the format unless I'm mistaken. Enters tapped unless you control 2 or a few other lands. Oh, okay. And then we have satrapy fast lands. That's interesting. I don't gather the Wooburg satrapy decks really wants these fast lands, but they're cool for limited. Satrapy, Grandeur. Satrapies you control have tap, discard a card that shares a name with this land. Search your library for a satrapy card that doesn't share a name with this land. Reveal it, put it. Okay. Wait, that's actually cool as fuck. I like Grandeur. See the power none of the satrapies you control have. When this land enters, if you control 2 or more other satrapies, you gain a life. Alright. Alright, cool. Not a satrapy. Put a target non-land permanent on the bottom of his own library. Activate. Oh, that's annoying and limited probably. Graveyard of the Forgotten. Exile up to 3 cards from graveyards. Okay. Destroy target non-basic land. You and that player create a colorless satrapy with tap and then filter. So we have this satrapy. We do not have the other satrapy token. Send them to the principal's office and have them expelled. Sorry, where the fuck was I? In Hollow Cavern? Okay. Satrapy, until end of turn, becomes a 4/4 construct with vigilance. Oh! Okay, and then you can get that for free if you control enough shit. Satrapy with satrapy cycling. Choose a color. Give those colors. I am fine with these satrapies. I think I used to feel really bad about them. I really don't like this line of satrapies personally. I feel like it allows for, some level of trivialized mana bases, especially with something like this. But overall, I did like this set. This is probably a super cursed review, and it's almost 2 hours long, so do with that what you will. I've been your certified yapaholic. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me yap. If you get this far in the video and you have a set and you want to have it featured, just let me know and I'll do it. All right. Bye.